and then being knocked out is exactly what happened. Leganes advancing on the away goal rule to the semi-finals as it finishes 2-1 at the Bernabeu. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
This was unexpected, completely. You know, Real Madrid got the win away. Yes, there was no Bale or Ronaldo, but there was enough quality, wasn't there, out on the pitch to get the job done?
Of course there was. And it's Real Madrid against Leganes at the Santiago Bernabeu. No chance for Leganes. But clearly, this is a Real Madrid that right now just doesn't believe. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in each other. Individually, they're having difficulties. They're making mistakes. What you see from Nacho is a mistake. What you see from Benzema not finishing a chance, that's a mistake as well. It's a strong team that, man for man, should be superior to that of Leganes. And it doesn't matter to me whether Cristiano Ronaldo's on the field or not. It doesn't matter to me whether Gareth Bale's on the field or not. This team, as we see it, should be better than Leganes. They didn't even need to win the game. You get a tie against Leganes at home, you advance in the competition, and you were not good enough to do that. And it's not like Leganes was just hanging on. Yes, at the last 10 minutes or so, you expect them to hang on as much as they possibly can. But throughout the game, Leganes was attacking, and they were creating opportunities themselves. They scored 2 goals at the Santiago Bernabeu, which tells you a couple of things. Not only Real Madrid struggling on the attacking end in creating opportunities and finishing those chances, but they're also struggling in allowing goals on the other side. This is a team that right now is all over the place.
I'm not so sure I agree with the team that Zidane puts out. You know, on the one hand, I can't argue that on paper, Real Madrid should win this game. But let's be honest, this is a reserve side. This is a side that doesn't play together very much at all. And if you're in Zidane's position, and if I'm Zidane, I'm not taking any chances whatsoever. I would have a mix.
He's got a mix, though, Stevie. Ramos is a starter, Nacho's a starter.
Kovacic is not a starter.
Benzema.
Ramos has been out, OK.
To call it a reserve team is harsh, isn't it?
Of course it is. It's a reserve side.
Benzema, Isco, Ramos.
Benzema's not been playing. Benzema's been sat on the bench because he was rubbish.
But there's surely still enough in that team.
I told you, I'm not...
But that is a mix.
I'm not going to argue that, on paper, that team should win.
But you should say, you're saying you should play a mix. That's a complete mix.
If I'm coaching Real Madrid, and the way things are going right now, I can't afford to lose this game.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to take a chance. So you play the majority of your first team. Because guess what? Even if you win 6-0, it's good to win 6-0. It's good for your team. And they need goals.
If there was ever a picture as to what Real Madrid is right now, as they were trying to create opportunities in the last 5 minutes or so, Luka Modric, who at one point last season was arguably the best midfielder in the world, was unable to complete 10-yard passes consistently. He was hitting 10-yard passes straight out of bounds. That's who they are right now. Those are the mistakes that they're making. Now, it's one thing if a Leganes player is making those sort of mistakes, because you're like, well, you said, well, it's Leganes. Well, what else? What else do you expect? Real Madrid, that kind of player, with that kind of talent, at that sort of level, should not be getting beat by Leganes at home. I don't care if it's a reserve team. I don't care if it's a mix. You should be better. But the truth is that this team, the version that we have seen of Real Madrid, whether it's the first team, the reserve team, or a mix, they haven't been good enough at any point this year.
The thing is, the big question now is, what now for Real Madrid? They're 1 million points off Barca in La Liga. That's done. Out the Copa del Rey, you've got one last chance to salvage anything from this season, and that, of course, is in the Champions League. Problem is, you're coming up against one of the favourites in PSG. Is there any argument to say, get rid of Zidane now?
No. No.
You've got 3 weeks. You've got 3 weeks to bring in someone new, someone just to freshen everything up, someone who can surely unite this dressing room.
No, not at all. Absolutely not at all. Listen, the one thing we should never forget is the quality, and at their best, the mental strength that this team actually has. Now, they haven't been shown it, but if there's ever a game where a team with that sort of quality can actually surprise us all, it's against PSG. And I think to do that, they need Zidane there. Because if you take the manager away, then it's, all of a sudden, for me, it changes far too much.
Here's the thing. If Real Madrid beats PSG, it wouldn't be a shock. I don't find it to be as shocking as some people may think. It wouldn't be a surprise because Real Madrid, talent level, is extremely high. It's just as high as that of PSG. The problem is they are not playing like it. And that's when I go back to something that we have discussed in the past. There's a lack of confidence in this team that when things start going or give sort of the signs that you're going in a negative direction, things start falling apart very quickly. It's the sort of way that a team that would be struggling with relegation would be playing like. In that sort of mentality that you expect bad things to happen. Well, when you expect bad things to happen and those things start trickling in the game, then the team falls apart and gets disjointed. And you see it individually and as a group. You don't expect that from Real Madrid. And that part of that is on the players individually, part of that is on the group, but also part of that is on Zidane. At some point, the players that have won back-to-back Champions League got to show up. And at some point, the coach that won back-to-back Champions League has to show up as well.
Of course, what has made this season even worse